Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. This is Denise Povernick, and I am the CEO of Secret Weapon, and it is 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I have a treat for you this afternoon. I have two more wonderful Invincible CEO Elite Program members that are going to come on board and share with you what their experience has been like in the program. Oops, it just got dark there. Look at that. Okay, let's see if there we go. I'm moving my computer around a little bit, and there it goes. So with no further ado, we've been talking about all this wonderfulness of the Invincible CEO Elite Program and what makes than other programs out there. And I know that you expect me to tell you it's the best thing since sliced bread, because it absolutely is. But what I want to do is give you the experience of those who are in the program so that you can see what the benefits are, not only of working in the program with the actual information, but also with working in the program as finally working in the program with me. So with no further ado, I'm going to bring on board first Elizabeth Schneider-Peele so that she can share with you her experience, tell you all about her business. And so there she is. Hey, how are you?
Hi, Denise. Hi, everybody.
And
greetings from...
We're going to get connected so we can get you started. Go ahead, Elizabeth. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Greetings from Orlando, Florida. I am a luxury travel concierge. My company is called Global Medallion, and I began working with Denise, I guess, about the beginning of this year. As Denise knows, I am at a point in my life that I can retire. I've had a business with my former husband for 32 years, married, and our computer business for 35 years. And so at this stage of life, we can be at a point to retire. And Denise came into my life at a crucial time because I am going through this transition after having a wonderful marriage and then just, as they say, irreconcilable differences. So Denise touched my life at a time not only when I am trying to build and grow my wonderful love of the travel business that I've been involved with on a freelance basis for 40 years, but also helping me in my own personal life and self-growth in just expanding, being in touch with my inner self, the essence and the energy within. And the experience of being in Denise's space has just been so remarkable because even though I have not been able to keep up with the assignments the way that she has given the other members of the group, because I'm so blessed to be involved with so many other things at this point. In the course, I'm still in my other computer business. We're winding down in that. I'm involved in 2 boards for different charities and different personal things. But just by being in Denise's energy, there has been such an amazing reality of how things are coming together, both on a personal basis, on a business basis, on a spiritual basis, that if you can be in tune with your authentic self, and that's what I'm being made aware of, that I have not been honest with my own self. And so in this whole process of self-growth and self-development, Denise's energy has helped me tap into my own energy and not to be afraid of who I am. And as I say, the coincidences, the serendipity of things happening, as silly as a name of somebody that is so weird that she would say, and the next day somebody's name pops into my face. Or just even recently, Denise was talking about thinking of an orange hippopotamus, and in cleaning out my space, I found this. I don't have it with me, but I can find it. This wonderful little blue pin of a blue hippo from the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. So if you can learn how to tap into your own energies, and if you miss it, Denise is there with her spirit, her energy, her vibration, and it is so basic and so simple, and if you can learn that and grow with it, it just expands your universe immensely. So I thank you, Denise. I highly encourage anybody to be involved. I'm very spiritual. I read a lot about the teachings of Buddha and many of the other people the science of mind. And the energy that Denise helps us tap into is the basic source of who we are when we just started in this amazing universe of the galaxy. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, questions for you. That was an awesome introduction. And now, since we started, we have the wonderful Irena that has joined us. So, Irena, why don't you tell everybody who you are and about your business, what you do?
Hi, can you hear me first?
Yes, I can hear you. I can
I
hear
had
you.
some technical difficulties before I couldn't get on. But sure, I am the CEO and founder of Irena Skoda Design Architects, and I have a boutique full-service architectural design firm. And it's in New York, in Long Island City. And we do green strategies and high-performance building design that goes beyond what is conventional. And so what I like to do is focus on harmonizing the human energy systems around the physical environment, because so much of our physical environment impacts how we live. And of course, as we realize now more than ever, the work-life balance is key. And so a lot of this amazing opportunity is now rising, where we can design environments that are completely different to what we understood them to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you say? Say that again.
I just want to say we work with private individuals as well as real estate developers or corporations to enhance either their businesses in terms of their environment or their private homes or buildings.
And I'm always so excited to see what you guys have been working on come to life and how exciting it is. So what would you this program different for you each individually? Who'd like to go first?
I'll go first, but
Okay.
for me, it's the awareness. I think that coming into it, I didn't know what to expect. All I knew was that I needed a higher awareness of my inner being. And what I found out, the more that I focused on my spirituality and the sense of energy and as well as the feelings, I was in touch with everything else around me. So I was able to understand my physical surroundings, right? With, let's say, the people in my life, even business, even things that would come up that I just didn't understand before, that they would tick me off, basically, because you're in a defense mode then. And so what happened was, I think this was really a huge awakening of an inner guidance system that I know I had to tap into. And I think that that is major.
Okay, awesome. How about you, Elizabeth? How is this program?
Same thing, the inner guidance system, the GPS. I love the analogy that you've imparted to us, that if you are in touch with your authentic self and things are in alignment, there's no disharmony. I've been trying to declutter my life of many different things, and so many times if I'll say, okay, I'm going to clean up this back closet on this day, and if the energy is not flowing there, it could be a whole day project and I don't accomplish anything. But at midnight tomorrow night, if all of a sudden I get the energy surge, I can get that closet done in less than 2 hours and I feel good about it. And so I think one of the things with this program is Denise has taught us how to tap into that energy source and to have fun with it, to allow yourself the privilege. And if you stub your toe, if you're trying to put a square peg in a round hole, it doesn't work. So learn to be in tune with your energy, helping us by breathing, basic techniques that have been so beneficial to me, not only on a personal growth plane, but as once tourism begins back again in Orlando, but that's to come once I get in tune with all of my other steps that Denise has just been so it's been so enlightening and reinforcing things that I've known, but have just by the busyness of doing things in everyday world, that you need to quiet the mind, quiet the body, tap into and that will energize you and can leapfrog you so much beyond other. Not to say that the other elements of doing business are not important. You have to do your homework, but if you can tap into this energy source, it's just amazing. So thank you.
Absolutely. And what would you say has been one of your biggest aha moments that you've experienced in your business or in your personal life since you started the program in January?
For me personally, I would say the realization that that I'm okay where I am. I've led my life, and I am where I am, and in this whole process, I've recognized that I've made choices based on trying to find joy, happiness. That's ultimately what the whole purpose is here for, life on planet Earth. And so I think Denise has opened up for me that energy source, and to say it's okay, and to have fun, and be okay with who you are. And if you're not your authentic self and you're an imposter, it's a disconnect, and there won't be harmony. And yes, the business might grow, or whatever your own personal spirit might grow, but it's hindered. So you've got to be true. There's only one you, and you love yourself and allow yourself that joy.
Yes. And it's amazing where you find the signs, from a TV show to walking through the supermarket and someone say the right thing just at that right moment. How about you, Irena? What has been one of your biggest aha moments?
I think for me is actually feeling that word invincible, which I actually do feel invincible, in the sense that so many opportunities showed up that I would not have imagined them. It was like I created the projects myself in my mind, and they started showing up, and all ideal work. And just an aha. I mean, to me, I feel like I don't have any limitations now. I really feel like secure. I'm in my own skin, that, look, I know the world is comforting around me. And so, and how do they say it? It's conspiring to make all of this happen. And so that I do feel that. I feel that, everything that I'm working on, as long as it comes from my heart and integrity, it'll come. It'll just come, and I won't know how, and I won't see it. But those are the things that amaze me.
And that really isn't it really nice that while I don't want to say everybody, but there's a wide variety of people right now in such a panic mode, in such a lack mode, in such a mind mode, because they don't see that they're in a tunnel. And how does it feel that while everybody, and doesn't it feel like sometimes like you're in a zombie movie, like people are walking around like zombies, and all of a sudden it's like panic, and it's just like, okay, business as usual here, right? I'm enjoying my life. This is so exciting. And now we have zombies, or we have crazy people running around. And who would have thought that toilet paper would have been the new currency, right? So this is why I tell you guys in the program, get crazy in your creations, because let me tell you, this world, will kind of match you and say, stand back, hold my beer. Here, there's no toilet paper now, whatever. All right. So, what have you seen as the biggest growth within yourself? We've started. So we're about 12 weeks in now. We're about at the halfway point. What do you feel is your biggest growth with you and your business?
For me, it's connection. I think I'm more connected to my business now than I was before. And I feel that it's in the feelings. It's no longer like in the mind, where I used to plan things out. Everything was planning, and I have to do this step by step. And no, now it's sort of, if I feel it forced, I just don't go for it. If it doesn't feel right, I just go back. There's a communication now back and forth that I'm able to read into my business, where things are in alignment, and that is huge.
Yeah, and when you agree, it's at every level there's an alignment. It's just, do you really want to align at the angry level, or do you really align at the frustrated level, when you can easily come up and align at the joyous level, or the willingness level, or the acceptance level?
And
right?
How about you? I mean, that is major. Like, what excites you? It's like, and once you do that, you're showing everybody your passion, and then people are like, wow, I love how you're passionate.
Yep. Passion, remember, you can break it down into pass ion or pass ions, and ions are energy, right? So you're passing on the energy, you're passing on, and compassion is compass ion, or compass your ions on. All right, Elizabeth, what about you?
Same thing. I think in this whole process, I recognize that whatever the goal, the dream, the hope, the wish, the aspiration, you just put it out there and it will come. The the stars will line up at the appropriate time. And I think for my travel business, which I am so excited to really launch into, but I know that I have to step back and go slower to move forward and advance. And that's where I am at this point. I've got to wind down the other business. I've got to get my personal and other life together. But the joy and the dream that I have out there for Global Medallion is still very much alive. It's just a matter of at the appropriate time and place. And so, as Irena said, it's the feeling, it's the knowing, and we can't tell. So I have those vibrations out there. And if all of a sudden something falls in my lap for the travel business, I'll make it happen. I'll be ready to go.
And you know, and this is really what we talked about earlier today. And when we talked about the 3 little pigs in the Monday morning alignment, it's about really not, you feel the want to jump in and just go, 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 but it's really about building that brick house foundation, that solid foundation that whenever the big bad wolf, and right now people can call this pandemic the big bad wolf, coming and huffing and puffing at your business, wanting to blow it down, and yours is solid. It's going to stay. It's worth that pull back. And I always like the analogy of the arrow, right? When you're pulling an arrow, you got to pull it back in order for it to project further out. And that's where when you think about every thought that you're having and you're putting into your business, the pulling back really is connecting the thought to the energy and then releasing it out there. So what would you say to someone who is where you were maybe 4 months ago, sitting on the fence? I wish there was something better out there. They're considering coming into the program. What would you tell them if they're sitting on the fence?
Don't hesitate. Launch in. You, Denise, offers so many opportunities on a gratis basis for people to see what working with you is like, and the energy that you not only impart, but that you live. You, as that expression says, be what is it? Be the dream be the change that you want to see. Exactly. And so you are that for us as students, as learners, and as people who are all growing together. And it's all interconnected. It's all part of the different concentric circles. We are all here because it was meant to be. And just by virtue of people listening to it, your energy is there. So I would just not hesitate 1 minute.
Awesome. Irena, what would you like to share?
I'd like to share, I think, the fact that coming into it, I didn't know what to expect. All I knew is that I wanted to learn about the laws of the universe. And I didn't understand them by just reading them and verbatim, because they didn't connect to me to say, how am I applying this to my life? You know, how does this make sense? But all of nature uses these laws. And when we look at our human beings, you know, we as human beings, we don't live like nature. We don't flourish. We don't like thrive. We don't grow. And this is what is actually a growth. And I feel that the only thing I can say about this program is that it's a growth of yourself. And I think that is so valuable, because you may not learn the tips and the tricks and outside of the energy tips and tricks, you know, how to bring it about. But it's not like you can take a program and say, oh, okay, I can implement this today, and then tomorrow I'll implement this. It's actually resonating with it first, knowing that it works for you and you connect to it, which is so different than doing. It's like we've been doing all this marketing, all this business building, and all of a sudden you come down to it, it's like, why am I doing this when it doesn't feel good? You know, the whole point of the whole thing about doing a business is so that you feel good, that you're bringing out into this world. And so I feel like that
makes sense.
That to me is huge.
Yeah,
Exactly.
to give
And
something to somebody else.
why would I be doing this if I can't read myself in such a way that I'm explaining things better, I'm living it myself, I'm, understanding it so I can even explain it to other people, and then of course take it into the architecture field, right? And
Yeah.
that's what I'm here for. And I think you did a great job just trying to make me understand, because in the beginning I didn't understand, I couldn't connect, and then after like a month or so I was like, oh wait a minute, I get it now. I kept getting ahas and all these things started showing up, and I was like, okay, you must be doing something right.
So besides the word invincible, if describe the program in one word, what word would you choose?
Energizing.
I have to think a little bit more, but I think it would be supportive, like an underlining support. It's almost like a harmonic. I like to use that word, harmonizing feeling that I know I'm in alignment with everything, and it may not work out this way that I'm doing it just, as we're being taught, but once I feel it, then I can interpret it. But if I don't know what I'm feeling and I don't know how to express it, then I can't even understand it. And that's the key.
So we talked with Doreen and yesterday, and they're at the group level, and both of you guys are at the awakened level, which means that you get to meet with me one-on-one twice a month. So what has that done? And it's getting together Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and having the live group. What do you feel choosing a level where we got to meet one-on-one has helped with your business and being part of the program?
For me, it helped me to get that one-on-one questioning. So if I had questions, it was almost immediately understood, whereas I didn't go into my own, sort of understanding of it and then keep trying, or I would actually ask questions and they would be, answered sufficiently that I would understand the next level.
Okay. And how about you, Elizabeth? Which I actually will be talking with you later today.
Yeah, it's the personalized energy connection that and you are so remarkable, Denise, because of who you are, you feel the energy, and you remember what each person's space is and where they are at that point. Not only from the group interactions, but just from the one-on-one, from the intake and building the rapport over the several months, meeting twice a month. And so you have insight. And the other thing that we didn't express, or I didn't express, that has been very important to me is the element that if you're not feeling uncomfortable, then you're not growing. So what I appreciate during our individual calls is that you challenge me, you make me feel uncomfortable, which I know is part of the growing process. So any good teacher or guidance counselor or guru helps one expand and stretch that comfort zone, because that's the only way that you can grow and learn. So to me, that's been one of the highlights of our individual one-on-one sessions.
Awesome. So as we're starting to wrap things up, and here is your opportunity. Any last thoughts that you might have that you want to share? I really appreciate you guys busy schedules to be here with me on screen.
In general, I'm very serious, especially when I'm doing work or business. But bringing in an element of fun to it, and just day-to-day play, or even a break in the day-to-day routine it's actually quite nice.
Yeah, awesome. Yes, we do like to play, don't we?
And I think that's the uniqueness of the program, because that's what life's all about, to have fun.
And we take ourselves too seriously. We take life too seriously. And when it's all said and done, it's really a matter of trying to go about life, whatever it is, and enjoy. That's the beauty of this group, and with the energy exchange with Denise, and the belief in oneself, and stop the storytelling. You are who you are, and why elaborate on things of the past or things that are not of value to you. And I think you are wonderful about helping reinforce that to all of us. So,
well, I thank you guys for being here today and sharing your stories and sharing part of your journey. And I know that in 3 months, when the program is ending, we're going to have some really amazing stories, mind-blowing stories to share with people, especially whatever is happening. I don't even know what's happening in that outside world, because my inside world is so much fun. It's all about those inside jokes and inside world. And we get to bring people into the energy bubble. Thank you guys so much for being here once again. The wonderful Schneider-Peele Irena. Thank you so much. I'm going to take you guys off here, and I'm going to hang on for a few minutes and just wrap things up. See you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. So there you have it. We have amazing, amazing, amazing people in the program. They are enjoying it. We have so much. I probably am the only coach out there that is going to help you create a toy box that you can play with in your office that will actually be energetically charged to your goals and outcomes that you want to happen. Because not only can you get it by hard work, but you can also get it by energetic fun. So once again, if you want to reach out to Irena or Elizabeth and see what it's like, and talk to them one-on-one, I know that they're open to having conversations with you. I really appreciate their time. Same thing with Doreen and with Schroeder. And I'm going to bring on more and more of our elite people on board so that you can meet them and see what it's been like these past 3 months together. And I have to say, it's just been amazing for me. I feel so blessed and honored to be chosen by people to be the guide. Again, I can't do it for you, but I can guide you in directions, and I can make you expand your imagination in ways that you never even began to thought was possible. So if you would like to have a session with me, a one-on-one consult, so we can see where this fits in for you. Again, I am never out to sell or convince anyone to do anything that they are not aligned with. So if this is something that is an option for you and you would like to have that conversation to see where this would fit in, let's face it, folks, there were people 3 months ago that said, all right, Denise, I'll see you in 3 months. And I don't even think they're in business anymore, unfortunately. And we don't want that to happen to you. We want you to take what's in your heart-centered passion, and put it in the world, because you have people out there that needed what you're offering last week, last month, last year, and they need to find it, because the way that they're connecting with it right now isn't satisfying them. So they're still searching for you. So thank you again, Esther, Vivian. I see you guys are here. At any time, if you have any questions, please ring me. I will be coming on either later today, if the Wi-Fi holds up very nicely, or early tomorrow morning. And I'm going to show you what it's like to take a look at the back end, the membership site, all the goodness that's in there, which will be coming and enriching. It is what we go into. So I'm going to be keeping a close eye on the internet. And if all is not, if we're going to, I'm going to look right now at my schedule, because I know I have a wonderful day of clients scheduled for tomorrow. Let me see real quick. I think that I would have all this all out. But the nice thing about being your own boss in business. So tomorrow, if we're going to do it, we will do it at noon. I will have, let's set a date. Let's set a date tomorrow at noon. I will give you the tour of the back end. If you are thinking about enrolling, I have put into the file section, and you can go and scroll down all the different levels, all the perks that are available at all the different levels, picking a level that's good for you. And not only that, but there is so much amazing out there. If I can, again, answer your questions, feel free to reach out to me. I look forward to getting to know you and your business. And even after the elite program starts, we're always going to be doing training here in the Invincible CEO Circle. But what we do in the circle is just the surface level. We go into those deep dive into all of those topics in ways that you can't even begin to imagine. And we're going to keep on doing that here for you. That is my promise to you, because we love what we do here. And for all that you do, for taking time out of your busy day to be here, whether you are catching this live or you're going to catch it on the replay. If you are watching on the replay, please put replay in, and we look forward to hearing from you. Have a great time, guys.